Wow, happened again.
Wow.
We just gonna keep going. But I edited it out.
Okay.
It's like we're taking a break right
Who
now.
is that?
So when I'll be able to cut it.
Right.
Hey, what's up, people? Thank you for tuning in to this very, very special episode. It's not a special episode.
It's not a special episode, but technically it's always special when we put out an episode.
Yeah, you're right. So it is a special episode. It's always special when we're on camera. So it's the Darkeye and Tiffany Show, the web edition. I am Mr. Darkeye.
And I am Tiffany.
And we thank y'all for tuning in, and we thank you for continuing to tune in.
Yes.
And please let us know how y'all are enjoying this content.
Yeah.
So we can know how we're doing.
Making it for you. So let us know if you're enjoying it too.
We need to know how we're doing so we can be able to improve or, whatever we got to do to make this more exciting and more entertaining for y'all.
Exactly.
So
let's start with an incentive.
Okay.
So we have Food Lion gift cards.
Yeah.
For $10 each. The first 3 people who email us at darkeyetiffanyshow@gmail.com. Drop us your email address, obviously, or how you prefer to be contacted. Like and share the show. And you, 3 of you, will be the lucky recipient.
Yeah.
Oh, that's recipient.
Yeah, recipient.
Recipient.
Yeah.
Of a Food Lion gift card. So we want to know who you are. We want to build community. So drop us a line.
I know y'all need some groceries.
Come on.
Everybody got to eat.
You gotta eat. It's Christmas.
It's $10.
It's $10 each.
You can get a whole meal
At Food Lion.
Yeah, at Food Lion for $10.
You get a hot meal.
Yeah,
or you can re-gift it.
Anything. It's Christmas. Yeah,
It's Christmas.
You could put it in a gift bag, something for your loved ones and everybody or whatever. So people, email us and then like and share the show, like and share the page, all that good stuff. When we see who's done it, we'll hit you up. You get your gift card.
That's right. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. And we'll shout you out on the pod when we announce the winners.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that or whatever. So we gotta talk about Versus being canceled.
I had kind of hyped it up in my mind, and I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So Ashanti and Keisha Cole were scheduled to do a Versus battle last night, actually, it's Monday when you're watching this, but it's Sunday when we're filming this, so it would have been last night.
Right.
But Ashanti, very last minute, tested positive for COVID-19. She said that she was feeling fine. At one point, she said that she was down to do the show from her house.
Right.
But it just seems like the logistics and just didn't come together.
Right.
So another day.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be fun too.
I thought it was going to be very, very interesting to see the two of them kind of come together.
And the
celebrate their
going
music
nuts and all that.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you the truth, I really wanted to know what Ashanti's playlist was going to be. Because,
yes, I know. Because all that Murder Inc. stuff.
Yeah, I was just really wanting to see what she was going to play because I just didn't know. I'm like, because I was like, okay, she probably going to have to play a bunch of features to kind of really.
Well, I mean,
think her features was probably bigger than her own songs.
Yeah. I think that's probably safe to say. I mean, some huge features that she's done. So I don't think she could get around doing a career retrospective Versus battle without doing those. So. But it would have been cool and to see all the comments and see if 50 trolled the comments or not. So
right, see what 50 would have done. But but either way, we pray that she's going to overcome COVID.
Quick and speedy recovery. Sounds like she was feeling pretty good. When they canceled.
So I think I seen they're going to reschedule for January. Is that correct?
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
I think I saw that on Versus page or somebody's page.
Oh, that'd be great.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I seen something like January the 9th. I don't know. This might have been a date for something else that I saw, but I think that might have been.
It could be. I mean, she's gonna need at least 14 days to quarantine and all of that, and So I just hope it still happens.
Right.
It'll be fun.
Now, with you being in healthcare, we're going to get into this real quick because I think this is something good for them to know.
Yeah.
What else is it that people can do? Because people just wearing masks, should they be wearing gloves too? Because I don't think that some people do that. Some people don't.
I mean, so here's the thing. The COVID-19 virus is believed to be airborne and spread pretty quickly through droplet precautions. There's all kinds of invisible spray when we're laughing and talking or singing in church together, and that's why you've seen so many of these gatherings decreased. Obviously, washing your hands is a good idea because when you touch people and you put your hands in your face, you can transmit the virus. The virus, can live on surfaces for a certain amount of time, so we want to keep our hands clean. But the number one thing is wearing a mask. Wearing a mask and social distancing, And it's just, and I think that people need to understand that we are, we're likely not even at peak COVID yet. I mean, the next, all through these winter months, it's going to be pretty deadly. It's going to, so yeah, I mean, I think that we're all tired of the restrictions. We're all tired of wearing masks everywhere and all of that, myself included. But until, enough of us have the vaccine, it's our best line of defense.
Yeah, my thing is, if it's going to help reduce it, it might not be 100% effective as far as preventing it, but if it's going to reduce it, then
definitely
wear your mask, people.
Curve. Yeah, bend the curve, wear your mask.
Yeah, because just wear your mask. Yeah. I know for me,
it creeps closer and closer to you the more the outbreak spreads. I've had some people close to me to get it now. So, in which obviously that makes it more real. And I think a lot of us are realizing, oh, well, shoot, he's no respecter of persons. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. So we're getting to that point where, everybody is knowing somebody who has it, or you've had it yourself.
Right. Now, I'll be seeing people wearing it in their cars, wearing it all the time. You're not supposed to wear it all day long, right?
You don't have to wear it in your car. I mean, it's, what are you doing? You don't have to wear your mask in your car. Right. And I mean, if you're out jogging, or if you're out in an open air, type of a setting, you don't need the mask as much, But if you're outside in a crowd, you need the mask, and you need to try to socially distance. But yeah, in your car or just walking your dog, you probably don't need it. I don't believe that there's any evidence to suggest that that's where the spread is coming from, your car or out walking around outside. But definitely, if you are coming in contact with people when you're shopping, wear your mask and try to stay away from folks, and be mindful of what you're touching and carry your hand sanitizer.
Yeah. So, what about when you sneeze in your mask? Because I done did that before.
Sneezing in the mask is pretty gross, but I mean. It's just one of the things that we have to live with. I mean, if you have if you have a cloth mask, that's why it's washable.
Because what happened? It happened to me during rehearsal, like last week or whatever.
Yeah, you just gotta suck that up. What you gonna do?
I was like, oh.
It's terrible. I
was like, I ain't nothing I can do.
There's nothing you can do.
I sneezed in my mask. Yeah. But then it's like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm breathing this stuff right back in.
Well, you're not. I'm trying to tear the setup. It is a physical barrier between you and what everybody. So when you sneeze in that mask, that is less droplets released into the air to spread to other people. So it's okay. It's gross and it's disgusting. Yeah. But I've done it many times.
You've done it too?
Many times.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I'm not by myself with it then.
Yeah. All the time sneezing the mask, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But then you just go on.
Just go on, people. Just go on. So those are some great health tips for y'all. Wear your mask. If you unfortunately sneeze in your mask, you heard it here. Ain't nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do. Okay. You got to just wear that mask. You just got to wear it. Literally, wear the sneezy mask. Also,
the sneezy mask.
I would be very interested to know how many of you guys plan on getting the vaccine once it becomes widely available? I'm working in healthcare. I work with COVID patients. I do plan to get the vaccine, just because I work with high-risk patients, and I want to do everything I can not to get sick myself.
Right.
And also not to spread it. So,
Absolutely.
But I know a lot of people who don't want to be the first in line, and I totally respect that. So I'd be curious to know, who's planning on getting this vaccine out here. I mean, it's safe and effective. But again, if you don't want to be the first in line, I understand. Let us know what you're going to do.
Yeah. Let us know how y'all feel about the vaccine, because I know that it's like half and half. Some
Seems
people
like
like
it.
with it, some people are not. So we'll see. So what else can we talk about this week? Maybe we can talk about
so many
Mr.
things
Carter.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Dwayne Carter, selling his masters.
Hanging my head in shame for this man.
Yeah. There were a lot of comments about this. A lot of people feel like it was a great move because Wayne wouldn't know the first thing to do with his masters anyway, so owning them might not necessarily be the best thing. Then some people say, this was probably a move to get out of debt. So there's a lot of different things that
A lot of takes on it. Well, I think to suggest that Wayne doesn't understand the value of his masters over the long term, that may be true, but that doesn't mean that they're not valuable over the long term, whether he understands how to do that or not. So yeah, I don't place a lot of credence in, it's probably best for him to let someone else go ahead and have it. In what world?
Especially Universal.
Especially Universal, they own everybody's stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how can it be more valuable to Universal than Wayne? No, I tend to believe that he has substantial debt, and that he,
Yeah.
he just needs the money.
Yeah, that's what it
That's all
seemed
I
like.
think.
That's what it seems like to me. It was just a move to get some money. I don't know how much, like if he gave up 100% equity. That's a question.
That's a good question. We don't know all the terms of the deal.
Yeah, we don't know all the terms of the deal. But we do know that this information came out because of Ronald Sweeney suing him for $20 million. So, it's been several sources that have said that, that this is true, that this happened over, what is it, last summer? Last summer this happened?
Yeah, he was in lawsuits.
Or was it this summer? Was it last summer or this summer? I don't know.
This year won't.
It could have happened this summer, but yeah. So it came out that Ronald Sweeney was suing him for $20 million because of the fact that he was hired to renegotiate his deal with the Cash Money and Birdman, and he didn't get what he was owed, I guess, or what he was supposed to get.
His main charge is that I think he went from 10 to 17% was agreed upon, and then he just didn't get it. So he's like, I want my $20 million.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a messy tale. I think, especially by the time stuff hits TMZ, it's hard to tell what has gone on. But you can probably safely trust that there's some truth to this.
We just don't know the details.
We just don't know any of the details. And so yeah, I was kind of halfway joking with you when I said he'd endorse Trump and cash that check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so when you put this together, he sold his masters. He's endorsed Trump, and likely got paid to do that. And you just wonder if he is just strapped for cash. Period.
So, $100 million is what he sold his masters for. $100 million, which is a lot of money.
I mean, obviously, it's a lot of money.
But in most cases, record labels will offer an artist 10% of what they project to make. So that's a $1 billion valuation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see that.
Yeah. So to me, I'm like, you don't want to give that up. Like,
there's no scenario in which Universal is better off owning Wayne's catalog than he is.
Because that's a lifetime of money.
Lifetime of money for him and then
His
to pass
whole
on.
family, like generations to come. Like,
absolutely.
You know, you just don't want to give that up.
Yeah,
That's how
I mean,
I feel about it.
I think it's shocking. That's why I have to believe that there's some calculation, some desperation that we're not privy to at this point. I mean, that's just not something that you would do. And he's been, I mean, gosh, he's been a famous rapper since he was a kid.
Oh wow, yeah, definitely.
You know?
And you know, and another point that was made to me on yesterday, I was going back and forth with a friend of mine on social media about my post. Because he mentioned that he feels like 100 million is generational wealth. I was like, it is, but it puts a cap on it. Right. Because it stops at 100 million, you know, but owning it, you know, in perpetuity throughout the universe,
right?
it gives us ongoing money that can be made, and it's like you put a cap on it at 100 million. But he did make a point that, you know, COVID changed the game. So it's just like maybe the desperation for some money.
It's just hard to imagine. Yes, I mean, there's no doubt about it. COVID has hit artists hard.
Yeah, because
especially, you know, without the ability to tour and, you know, maybe declining merchandise sales in some cases because you're not touring. But yes, $100 million is a lot of money. Yes, but, you know, now someone else is going to determine the valuation of that. They're going to be able to license it to anyone and for whatever they want to.
Right.
I mean, you're literally, you know, if you're getting anything at all, it's just pennies, you know?
Yeah.
And I just don't, it's hard for me to imagine that an artist with that extensive a catalog or that popular a catalog would sell it. Do you know what people are going through to get their masters back?
Right.
You know, it just doesn't seem like something that you just do because, you know, you think it's a good deal. It sounds to me like something you do because you think that you'd rather gamble on having this money now because you need it.
That's what it screams to me.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's whatever it was. He just felt like, hey, I need this money now.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get this 100 million. But a part of me feels like he didn't give up 100%. I just feel like that's what it was.
Hopefully there's still people around him, you know, giving him good advice.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, a part of me feels like that's what happened. He sold it for 100 million, but he sold a percentage of it.
Hopefully.
A percentage of his masters for $100 million, I believe. I believe that would have been a better deal.
Sense. Yeah.
Than do it that
giving
way.
Up complete control. I just, man.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
We lost.
Yeah.
Another person that is a major contributor to the culture. I was introduced to Tiny as Zeus back in the day. You know, and a lot of y'all know him as Zeus. But then a lot of y'all know him as Debo.
Yeah.
So
iconic.
Yeah. So I saw that and I thought maybe this is a lie. Like it just doesn't seem,
it's
you
really
know,
hard
I
to
always think
believe.
like when I see celebrities
well,
like
you have to because you know people are rumored to be dead all the time.
Right.
But,
the hoax.
Yeah, all the time, especially on Twitter.
Yep.
But Tiny Lister, suddenly dead at 62 years old. And his manager, you know, has put out that he had COVID-like symptoms and that he went downhill pretty quickly, which is really frightening because COVID-19, it's like a Russian roulette, man. He might get it and be fine. I might get it and end up on the vent. So, you know, it's really tragic that so many people have been lost to this virus. And, you know, by everything that we could see, this was a strong, you know, healthy individual.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely
from the outside looking in.
Yeah, definitely looked like it.
So yeah, but R.I.P. to Zeus, Debo.
Yeah, Debo.
Yeah.
Tiny Lister.
Lister.
I think that either way, you know, we got some great memories, some great contributions from him as far as movies and stuff that he's done. A lot of celebrities was posting videos of some great memories that they shared with him. I seen Chris Tucker show a video of him with Tiny on the golf course, I believe it was. And then Ice Cube, of course, shared some great memories and some great tributes to him as well. So
Will Smith posted the time that he was on The Fresh Prince, and that it was actually really, really funny.
Oh yeah,
so, a lot of great tributes.
What episode was that? I don't even know if I remember.
Where Carlton went all hood. It was hilarious.
Oh
remember?
yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, because I know I done seen every episode of The Fresh Prince, but and then Martin shared when he was on there, and Gina hired him as
the housekeeper.
Housekeeper or whatever. He lifted up the couch and started vacuuming under it. That was a really funny episode.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to Tiny Lister, and pray that his family is definitely holding up during this tough time.
Yes,
and I don't know if he had children and all that stuff like that, but I know it's probably tough for them too.
Yeah, it's gotta be rough, you know.
Yeah. So thank you, Tiny, for your contributions.
That's
we really
right.
do appreciate
Rest in
it.
power.
Absolutely. What else we got to talk about?
We were chatting about, oh gosh.
What is it?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
The movie, are y'all aware of a movie?
American Skin?
Called American Skin.
American Skin.
Apparently this movie came out last year. It's a Nate Parker movie,
Okay.
He wrote and directed and starred in. And we're just now seeing the trailer, but apparently it debuted at the Venice Film Festival a year ago. I'm not even sure if it had a wide release or what, but we're just discovering that this movie exists and trying to figure out if it's coming back out in a big release or what's going on with it, because I really would love to see it.
Yeah, the trailer is super dope and amazing. To me, what I got from the trailer is like, if y'all been listening to my music, like songs like "Shut It Down" that I released just via BandLab, but then the song is on my album. Wow, I can't remember my own music.
What's going
By
on?
any means necessary. Any means necessary.
Yeah.
But
Love that song.
It's basically, this movie is talking about the kind of approach that I feel like we should have as a people. Like, enough is enough. When
it's
it all comes,
timely. It does. The main subject is this black man's response to the murder of his son by a policeman.
Right.
And without giving it away, it's very timely. And it looks to me to be very, very powerful. So I don't know if maybe it's coming to Netflix. We're trying to figure out. American Skin, y'all.
American Skin. Y'all go watch the trailer.
Yeah.
When y'all see the trailer, y'all gonna know what we talking about. Like the trailer is amazing.
Powerful.
I think that that it's important for us to tell this story, because it's happening to us, so we control the narrative of it. And I feel like that, the way this trailer looks, the movie, like, I just hope it has like the kind of ending that I feel like it looks like it's going to have.
I like the way Nate Parker tells stories, but I mean, I would just like to, I'd just be very curious to see it. I mean, on the surface of it, it's a vigilante kind of action movie, revenge type movie. But I hope that, and Spike Lee produced it.
Okay.
So I hope that there's a transcendent, kind of very human and humanizing message to it as well. But yeah, it's a kind of narrative that you don't often see. It reminds me of Django Unchained,
Right. Yeah, I love that movie. I love that movie.
So yeah, I think hopefully it's enough satisfying revenge and enough humanity to go around in it. I think it looks like a great film. So we'll see.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see
find it. Yeah.
You got to find it.
Yeah.
So if y'all find it,
let us know.
Let us know if y'all found it and where you found it at.
Right.
So me and Tiff can watch it, because we want to see it.
We do.
We definitely know people or whatever, as we come into the closing of a very, very strange and interesting year. This was the year of, we never would have thought. Like, people probably said that a lot this year.
Yeah.
I never would have thought.
I agree. there's been things that happened this year. Like, we're good for a decade of disasters at this point. We don't need another plague. We don't need another recession. We're good. We're good.
But you know what I think though, I never would have thought comment or statement that we can make is surrounded around a negative situation right now. But I think in 2021 you're gonna have the same comment, but it's gonna be around something positive. You're gonna be saying to yourself, I never would have thought that I would be this blessed. I never would have thought that this amazing thing would have ever happened to me. You know, so I think I think that just the narrative is going to change for 2021.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of, unforeseen blessings came out of this year, actually. Just especially if you were trying something that you never would have tried, but circumstances forced you to do it, and you found, you discovered a new gift or a new business. I went to a pop-up shop in Rock Hill outdoors. We were wearing masks and all of that. But yeah, several young people, women with businesses, just making a way out of nothing in the midst of a pandemic.
That's dope.
So yeah, and we can talk about it in the shout announcements on Tuesday.
Shout announcements. I love that. Shout announcements.
Shout announcements are coming on our Facebook Live show on Tuesday at 7.
On Tuesday. So coming up, not on this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, right?
Oh, that's right.
Next Tuesday, yeah. We got Surf Godly.
Surf Godly, we got
it. Hip hop artist, independent hip hop artist is going to be joining us live in studio. Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, December the 22nd.
That's right, y'all.
And we're looking forward to having him because this guy is like super creative. I love his energy.
Yeah. He is endlessly fascinating, amazing person to talk to. It's not going to be, the same old kind of rap interview that you might be used to.
Right.
The guy thinks he's a heavy thinker, and just a really great energy. He's got his own lingo, and the way he breaks down things is really cool. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be another good one.
I feel like it definitely is with Surf Godly. How to not Surf Carolina, all that good stuff, man. So people, y'all know where to catch us every Tuesday live in the studio, live from our page. You can catch us at 7 p.m. We have our live show audio taping, and y'all tune in.
All of that, what he just said.
All of that, y'all tune in to catch us or whatever. Yeah. Appreciate you watching this video to the end because you know you're a real one.
That's right.
You are a real one for staying to the end, man, and we love you. Make sure y'all like and share the page and email us so you can get your cards. Get your grocery gift cards from Food Lion.
That's right.
Also, real quick, shout out to Cadillac Prime for the shirt. Primed out. Just got that on right there, whatever, Make sure y'all get at him to cop his merch and his CDs. He always in the streets of Rock Hill and surrounding areas. Cadillac Prime people. But that's up. That's it. That's it. We ain't got no more for you. All right. I am Mr. Darkeye.
And I am Tiffany.
And this has been the Darkeye and Tiffany Show Web Edition.
Bye.
Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel too.
Yeah, do that too.
All right. Hit that bell and that like button.
All that.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Just